Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs of all shapes, colors, and sizes, I'm your host for Game Time and the Guru, Game Time with the Guru, Thaddeus Ward. And thank you again for tuning in to another week of Game Time with the Guru. Last week's college football schedule, I called a few upsets. Some of the upsets almost came through, and they fell short at the end. And only thing I can say about that was that weekend left me so anxious for another weekend of college football. I don't got nothing to say. I just want to get straight to it. So, ladies and gentlemen, this week I'm shooting my show. I'm showing some love to the Wiregrass area. I'm here, as you can see, at the backdrop at Delville High School, home of the Warhawks, and just want to be able to let everybody see. I'm not Dothan biased just because I'm from Dothan, but hey, Delville, Alabama, Delville High School, Game Time with the Guru, NCAA football, week 7. Here we go. First game on the slate this week, ladies and gentlemen, is tonight at 9:30 p.m. Central Time. We've got number 18 UCLA and number 15 Stanford. UCLA has a wonderful freshman quarterback. They lost Miles Jack for the season, a two-way player, a future first-round draft pick, in my opinion. They got to go on the road up to Stanford and face a typical, tough, hard-nosed, grinded-out Stanford team. This game can go either way, but UCLA really needs this win to hold on to a chance of winning the Pac-12 and possible BCS Final Four bid. So, with all that being said, I got number 15 Stanford serving court at home and beating UCLA tonight. Next game on the schedule, ladies and gentlemen, is Friday, October 16th. Number 24 Houston at Tulane. I watched Houston play a couple weeks ago, and under that new head coach that came over from Ohio State, Houston is an offensive juggernaut. So I'm going to take Houston to beat Tulane. Next game, number 21 Boise State at Utah State. I'm going to take Boise State in that game. The next game on the slate between a ranked opponent is Saturday, October 17th at 11 a.m. Central Time. Eastern Michigan at number 22 Toledo. Toledo is on the road. They're hot right now. They are most definitely one of the surprise teams of this year. They even got a win over an Arkansas team from the SEC that I picked to be a dark horse to win the West. Dark horse only. But hey, with all that being said, number 22 Toledo to win at home. The next game we've got is West Virginia at number 2 Baylor. People, Brandon, hold on, let me get this. Brandon camera person. West Virginia is a good team. Look for them to test Baylor early and often throughout this game. This is going to be not a cakewalk for Baylor. This is going to be a dogfight to the end. But with all that being said, I think in the end, we come down to Baylor's high-power offense being a little bit more high-powered than West Virginia, and Baylor will walk away with a 14-point victory. Next game on the slate, number 17 Iowa at number 20 Northwestern. Iowa has probably the easiest chance to make it to the Big Ten championship game. They're going to play Ohio State. They're going to play Michigan State. Hey, this Northwestern game is the only game they got left against a ranked opponent. And I got a chance to see Iowa play last week, and it looked pretty good. Northwestern coming off not even what I would call upset at the hands of Michigan. I knew Michigan was going to beat Northwestern because Michigan is for real. But we'll get to that later. Northwestern bouncing back at home this week against Iowa. Next game on the slate, we've got number 13 Ole Miss at Memphis. Memphis, I saw Memphis play. Memphis is a good team. They get after the quarterback on defense. They got some linebackers. They got a couple running backs on offense that like to make a cut and get downhill just as quick as they possibly can. Then you got an Ole Miss team coming out the SEC. They only loss this year was at Florida. And I expect Memphis to keep this game close, but I expect Ole Miss to be a little bit too much for Memphis in the end. So I'm taking Ole Miss to win at Memphis. Next game on the schedule, ladies and gentlemen, we've got Louisville at number 11, Florida State. Can you read my lips? Upset. Upset. Louisville over number 11, Florida State. And ladies and gentlemen, the next game on the schedule at 2:30 p.m. Eastern this Saturday, we've got number 10, Alabama, taking a trip out to College Station to play number 8 ranked Texas A&M. Last year, we saw Texas A&M go to Tuscaloosa. That game was over before they could even come out the tunnel. Do I think Texas A&M is a little bit better with new defense coordinator Bill Chavis over there? I think, they're a little bit better, but are you ready to really beat this Alabama team? I don't think so. Alabama's going to play some physical. We know they're going to play some physical defense. They're going to play some physical offense with the running back, my man Derrick Henry, who's a Heisman hopeful. And believe it or not, I got Alabama going on the road to face Texas A&M and get a victory by 21 points. Next game at 2:30, number 7 Michigan State and number 12 Michigan. Now, normally I would call this an upset based off the ranking, with Michigan State being number 7 and Michigan number 12. But so far as I've seen this season, Michigan is for real. Michigan just may be the best team in the Big Ten right now. So with all that being said, I've got Michigan winning in Ann Arbor over Michigan State. Next game on the slate, ladies and gentlemen, number 8 Florida at number 6 LSU at 6 p.m. Central Time. Florida is for real. I take that back. Florida was for real until their quarterback, Will Grier, got suspended for the rest of the season. Will Grier was number 44 overall recruit out of 300 in 2014 high school football class. That was a major blow for the University of Florida this week. I have been going back and forth all week. I've been calling, I've been tweeting, I've been texting, I've been looking all over for a victory in this game. When it all boils down to it, I think the loss of Will Grier is going to be too much for Florida to overcome. I think Leonard Fournette goes out there and has close to what could possibly be a career day, because I saw Florida's run defense against Tennessee. And if you watch that fourth quarter of Tennessee versus Florida, all I keep going through my head is Tennessee averaging 4.7 rushing yards a carry, almost 5 yards a carry. And Florida still somehow found a way to pull that game out late. So, with that being said, LSU will get the victory at home by a field goal over Florida. Next game on the slate, Boston College at number 5, Clemson. And I got Clemson continuing to roll in this game. Clemson might be one of the best teams in the country, but we're going to find out soon enough. Next game, we got number 3, TCU at Iowa State. Last week, I had Kansas State at home beating TCU. They beat TCU for 3 quarters. I don't know what they 38-17, and Kansas State had a meltdown at home. That was one of my upsets last week that almost happened. This week, I think TCU goes to Iowa State, and I don't think they overlook Kansas State in the first half, looking forward to Iowa State. And I don't think they'll overlook Iowa State at all this week. I think they'll have the business on the road. Next game is USC at number 14 Notre Dame. I'm going to take Notre Dame in this game at home because with the firing of Coach Sarkisian from USC, that program that we thought was coming back around looked like it's more in shambles now than it was before all the probation, all the NCAA violations came and wiped out all the scholarships. So number 14 Notre Dame at home. Next game, Penn State at number 1 Ohio State. Upset alert. Ohio State is going to get the victory, but I wouldn't be surprised, and ladies and gentlemen, don't you be surprised if Penn State can find a way to keep this game close in the fourth quarter and knock off number 1 Ohio State. Next game on the schedule, we got Arizona State at number 4 Utah. Utah's for real. Now, Arizona State was a couple of people picked to make the Final Four and represent the Pac-12 this year. Not going to happen. Utah is poised and ready to make a run at a Final Four appearance this year. So Utah at home against Arizona State. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's been Week 7 NCAA football game time with the Guru. I thank everybody for tuning in. I hope your team wins this week, and I hope this weekend for you is as exciting as it looks like it's going to be on this paper. Hey, once again, we're here in Daleville, Alabama, Daleville High School, home of the Daleville Warhawks. I'm your host, Thaddeus Ward. Thank you for tuning in to Game Time with the Guru, NCAA football, Week 7. And have a good weekend, ladies and gentlemen. See y'all next week back here with your host, Thaddeus Ward.